Hi, hello, my name is Brennan McGibbon and I'm here to talk to you about this project that I'm working on called TIVI. Now TIVI is a chatbot, a coaching chatbot, hopefully the first of his kind. And so I'm a teacher, educator and coach, and I've been there for quite a while. And so I basically am in the game of helping people identify the sort of challenge that they're meeting and help them move through it. And so this project is really about helping people who get stuck move to purpose. It combines a couple of things I really love. And if you'll indulge me, I'll just talk through this for a sec. I'm really interested in AI. I'm really interested in machine learning and how that might benefit people. Beyond selling them things that they may not necessarily need, how do we find AI that can help nurture the heart? I'm really interested in education, coaching people to purpose when things are uncertain. And we know right now in the world, the amount of access people have to the uncertainty of the world, whether it be the global warming, fires here, the landscape of information that you have to process coming at you is amplified these days. So I'm really interested in that. I'm really interested in art. I've been working as a cartoonist for a little while just by myself, trying to create a series of comics about how the brain works, so neuroscience-based comics to help people understand how their brain functions. And the other thing this brings in is that need, that important need in the world that people are always going to get stuck. They're always going to have issues no matter how clever we get, no matter how good the technology. As a human being, I'm still going to get stuck, and I want to build resources to be able to move through that. So with all of these things together and over a period of about a year, I sort of put together this concept that maybe I could create something using these talents to help people negotiate uncertainty and reduce the pain that comes from that sometimes. Not assuming anything, I did a survey, and I sent a survey out to a bunch of friends, and I asked some questions about how do you get stuck in your life? Why were you stuck? And have you noticed how other people get stuck? Stuck being this idea that you sort of hit a point where you feel like you don't have the resources anymore to move forward. And at that point, choices are usually made to go find someone else and do things. But what if you could go somewhere else, if no one else was around? So anyway, I got to about 24 countries, 300 responses, 600 discrete answers, and I went through and I coded them. Basically to work out, are there any, what is at the essence of these issues? Some of the issues were very serious, so the project took on new meaning. So I went through and it basically came up with 4 major categories, and the categories were, I'll read this, emotions and feelings, thinking and understanding, working with others, and finding purpose. These things sometimes interrelated. Further to that, the coding was, under emotions and feelings, there were categories like I have self-doubt, I'm afraid of something, I lack motivation, I couldn't be bothered, I feel isolated. Does this sound like you? Sounds like me sometimes. I'm protecting myself from something, but I don't know what. The task I'm doing is at odds with my beliefs. So what I decided to do was use all my experience in coaching and identify these issues, work out what's a little activity that one could do by themselves to walk through, to get to the other end and sort of move away from the point of view where you're stuck to, oh, maybe I could try this. Maybe there's another way. So what I found with the chatbot architecture, other than machine learning, is that you can put people on a path. And through that path, through that cognitive path, you can actually open up their mindset a little bit. So there's a little bit of priming to get people ready to the fact that maybe they can have an opportunity there to move them out of survival sort of mode into a growth mode and engage, prefrontal cortex and all that good stuff. And basically, they hit this process, they go through it, they try it out. It's different sort of technique for each of these. Took forever to code it and try and work out how to make it natural. But what I've done is I've already had a beta release of this, and I sent it out to the people that did the survey to get them engaged with it. And it's actually been pretty successful. People have said that they have enjoyed it. They really liked the character. They thought that was fun and engaging. It didn't seem to matter that it wasn't a person. And basically, the data that I get from people using it, I can go back in and train, not so much train the chatbot, but design it so it's more effective in delivering an activity that's really going to open you up. And if I make a mistake, and if there's a category that I'm missing, I can add that category. That's all based on the feedback. So what you're going to find on TV at the moment when you go and you play with him, which is what I'm asking, is that he is in a state of development. And what I'm hoping is through this whole process, I'll be able to get a wide map of the areas in life where people have challenges. And I know people do that, and we deal with that a lot, but I think this map on a large scale might allow us to put resources towards those things. And I think those things are actually quite common to humans. So maybe this is something that might have a bigger ending than it does this humble beginning. So I'd like to ask you, thanks for listening. That's where it's at. I'd love for you to use TV. I'd love for you to share it with your friends. If you have a project you're working on, you get stuck, remember TV, open him up and have a look, and give me feedback so I can sort of improve this. Because wouldn't that be something if we could, through this process, reduce people's pain or struggles that they have with these difficult circumstances, and at the same time sort of build an environment where we can build something where we can use technology to improve the quality of people's lives. We'll always get stuck, but it's nice to know that you have someone in your corner. By the way, TV stands for creativity. And I think that's at the heart of what I'm trying to do here. So anyway, thanks for listening. Look for updates. I'll try and stay present. If you've got any questions, leave them in comments, and I'll try and get around to them. Thanks very much.